Hey, everybody, welcome to today's show. Welcome to Advocate Information Highway. I'm your host, Anthony Lorito-Duke, and we have a great topic for today's show in which it is the leaked document about the Republican justices on the U.S. Supreme Court working to reverse the decision of Roe versus Wade. All right, so let's get right into this. All right. Unless if you've been living under a rock for the past few days, I'm sure everybody else heard about the leaked document that the Republican conservative justices of the U.S. Supreme Court are working towards reversing Roe versus Wade. Okay. It's not set in stone yet, but these Republican conservative justices on the U.S. Supreme Court are working towards reversing Roe versus Wade. Now, for those out there who don't know what Roe versus Wade is, it's been a law from decades ago that to protect a woman's right to choose what's right for her own body in regards to abortions. Okay, so this law was set into place eons ago or whatever, and these Republican conservative justices are working towards reversing that. They want to take away a woman's right to choose what's right for her own body. Okay, and these Republican conservative justices of the U.S. Supreme Court, and I'm not saying they all are, but there's a lot of them on there. Those particular justices who wanted to take away a woman's right to choose what's right for her own body. And they're these Republican conservative justices are hiding behind the Bible crap. You know, because they're feeling that, hey, Republicans are going to win in the primary and general elections. You know, the elections didn't even happen yet. Nobody's got a fucking crystal ball to predict what's going to happen. Nobody knows what's going to end up happening. People just want to try to make fucking predictions and shit. And you know what? Who knows what's going to happen? Nobody knows. Seriously. So that, you know, these Republican conservative justices thought they're in the safer, you know, to work on doing this reversal of Roe versus Wade. And you know what? It's coming back to kick them in the ass because of the simple fact that now they pissed off a whole lot of people, and they really, what they actually really did is they octaned the Democratic base. They octaned the Democratic voters now, and now the Democratic voters are going to go out in herds, okay, in the primary and general elections, and because they're not going to take that crap. Okay? See, these Republican conservative justices just basically gave the middle finger to the Republican candidates running in the primary and general elections. And, you know, soon, within a few months, you're going to see polls showing that, you know, Republicans are not going to be winning in the upcoming elections and stuff like that, and so on and so forth. And so Democrats really have to thank these justices in a way and say, you know what, thank you for handing the elections to us. Thank you for, you know, making it now really a strong possibility for the Democrats to stay in power. So, you know, but these conservative Republican justices on the U.S. Supreme Court, you know, they just want to hide behind the Bible. You know, and wanting to take away a woman's right to choose. You know, and for those out there saying, well, no, these churches are pro-life, blah, 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 blah. Really not pro-life. They're not pro-life, no. Seriously, they just want to hide behind what's the Bible. That's it. Throw on the Bible in everybody's face. No, you don't do that. Keep fucking religion out of politics. Keep it out. And since we're on this topic, ladies and gentlemen, here's the other thing. If the U.S. Supreme Court made it a final ruling to reverse Roe versus Wade, here's the things. Number one, the Democrats in the House of Representatives, in the U.S. House of Representatives, and in the U.S. Senate, and of course the president himself, they're working on making Roe versus Wade a federal law. So in other words, they're taking precautionary measures and saying, just in case, if these fucking justices that are Republican conservatives on the U.S. Supreme Court, if these fucking justices want to take away a woman's right to choose what's right for her own body, we'll just make Roe versus Wade a federal law. So that will squash the ruling of the conservative Republican justices of the U.S. Supreme Court. Okay, so with that being said, next thing, number two, in other words, if the Republican conservative justices of the U.S. Supreme Court make it a final ruling to overturn Roe versus Wade, LGBT people have to now be concerned too, because these same motherfuckers will want to work on overturning same-sex marriage. Okay, so Democrats, get your fucking asses out there in goddamn herds during the primaries and general elections. Get your fucking asses out there and vote. And I understand that there's many Democrats that have been upset with the President of the United States and with the other Democratic leaders in the U.S. Senate and the U.S. House of Representatives. I understand their concerns. They're concerned about the economy, the inflation, the border, and stuff like that. Ladies and gentlemen, let me say this. The Democrats in the U.S. House of Representatives and in the U.S. Senate are, in fact, currently working on fixing the inflation problem, the economy, and yes, the Border Patrol problem. They are currently starting to work on that. Put many of them out, for a lot of these Democrats were saying, I don't know if the inflation is going to be fixed. I'm concerned about that, about the border. The Democrats really didn't do what we expected them to do, but they are starting to work on that problem, those problems as well now, ladies and gentlemen. Because if these Democrats that are worried about the inflation problem and the border problem and a lot of other issues, if you think that the Democrats have not been trying to work on that, they have been, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? They've been working on a ton of other issues as well. Okay? And, excuse me, if you just give them another chance and keep them in power, they will keep working to fix the inflation problem, the border problem, and a lot of these other problems. They've been working on tremendously on fixing a whole ton of other problems. And they are very close to getting a lot of that Build Back Better situation. They're really working hard a lot. They've been working hard a lot in building on bridges and so many other great things. Under President Biden, unemployment has been at its lowest in decades. Okay. And when Democrats are saying, but yeah, but wow, what about other jobs and all this stuff? And like, you know, let me say this. A lot of the retail jobs or like a lot of fast food restaurant jobs and stuff like that, you know why they've been at the lowest? Like a lot of these fast food restaurants, you know why employment has been at the lowest for them is because of the fact of the fucking customers. The fucking customers have been making uh, the jobs hell out of like retail stores like Walmart and fast food restaurants. So a lot of the workers have been quitting those jobs because of the fucking customers. The fucking customers have been making their lives hell. Even videos have been out there for so long showing customers throwing things at the workers, cursing at them, hitting them, and so on and so forth. So these workers have been leaving those jobs to find something else and stuff like that because they're tired of being physically abused. Seriously. Honestly. So that you got to keep that in mind. Why, like retail stores and like fast food restaurants, why unemployment has been low in those areas. Okay, now you want to talk about things like jobs like manufacturing and stuff like that. Democrats are working on that even as we speak. Okay, and they're even working together with the Republicans to work on that. They are. They've been working together with the Republicans to work on like manufacturing, working on the border problem, the inflation problem. They have been trying to work with the Republicans. They've actually been working with the Republicans. Talks have been going on like crazy to fix these particular issues. Okay, and so a lot of the Democrats have been also on the back of President Biden, and a lot of Democrats don't want to have like Title 42 just taken away and nothing in its place. Seriously. So for all the Democrats that are out there that are saying, "Oh, I don't know about that," you haven't been listening to all that's been really going on. You're out of the loop. So let's just keep the Democrats in control again, so that way they can finish the work that they've been doing, work even more on other issues that they just started really been working on, like working on manufacturing, working on the border problem, working on inflation problem. They've been tackling these issues. So give them a chance to fix it. So get out there and vote your asses off, Democrats. I don't give a fuck if it's the mail-in ballots or get into the polls or whatever. Get your asses out and fucking vote. Don't give these conservative, religious Republicans the fucking time of day. Don't give them a chance to win and make the economy look like shit. Because it looked like shit under Trump. It did. All right? So, come on. Let's get this done. Democrats, get out there and fucking vote during the primaries and in the general elections. Let's keep the Democrats in control. Okay? Let's get this done so that way they can finish the job that they've been doing. They can continue working on the jobs that they are starting to work on and whatever. Let's get this done. They're doing it the proper way. All right? So let's keep that momentum going, ladies and gentlemen. These fucking Republicans are going to make things a gazillion times worse. So I understand a lot about the communities that are concerned and whatever. the Democrats are working on it, ladies and gentlemen. They are working to fix these things. So give them that chance. Everybody deserves a chance. All right? So let's get this done. Now, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I also want to say this again, just in case if I didn't say this before, because I am getting up there in age, so sometimes it ain't working the greatest. If these Republican conservative justices of the U.S. Supreme Court, if they make the reversal of Roe versus Wade a final ruling, LGBT people have to be concerned that these same justices can overturn same-sex marriage. We can't let that happen. We've come too far. We've done so much work just to get where we're at. We can't let these stupid motherfuckers reverse all that hard work. So, Democrats, get out there and vote during the primaries and definitely during the general elections. So now with that, ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, I want to remind all my fans out there about the business that my husband and I have together called AWLDNY. The link to there is awldny.com. All the products that you see on there, we actually make ourselves. So you guys can check out all those products. Again, all those products that you see on there, we actually make ourselves. And I also want to remind all my fans out there about my other business that I have called Advocate Information Highway. And the link to there is AIHNY.com. Again, that's AIHNY.com. You guys could check out all the pages on there, and on the homepage of my website of Advocate Information Highway, you will see the link to my internet store on Zazzle.com, in which I designed a lot of products and they're up for sale on there. Also on the homepage of my website of Advocate Information Highway, you will see the links to the 2 books that I wrote. And if you follow those links, you guys can check out both of my books, and you guys can also purchase both of my books as well. And so with that, take care, everybody. Bye.